TRG in our final best of 3 today. In the center left starting location in the red, he needs to win from here on out.
CJ&2's Trust.
One of the greatest Brood War minds of all time here to prove himself in Heart of the Swarm.
Samsung Galaxy Khan Stork.
All right, Internet, I have an announcement to make. I bought a cat.
Oh my God. It's the cutest cat
It's the cutest
ever.
cat. We were looking at pictures on the break.
I know you can't see a picture, Internet, because if you did, you'd probably just get rid of your cat. And we don't want a bunch of cats
Yeah, you would probably
abandoned.
look at the picture of my cat and you would just look at your own cat and throw it in a trash can.
Probably.
And probably try to get a hold of me and say, look, we need your cat's, we need to clone your cat.
Probably people would print out pictures of your cat and tape it to their cat.
Yeah. And so we're going to protect you guys at least from now, but maybe later on Twitter. There'll be some kitten photos.
It's so cute.
He's a little gray cat.
He is.
And his name is Fuzzums.
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 And when you see him, you know that that is his name.
Yeah.
Like
There's
this
no way.
is.
Yeah.
He chose his own name.
Yeah. He said it to me. He looked at me and went, meow. And I went, Fuzzums. Okay, I got it. I get it. That's your name. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so obvious.
So
I've never seen a cat so appropriately named as Fuzzums.
that's his name, man. He's a fuzzy little cat. But fuzzy is not good enough of a word to describe him.
No,
No.
certainly not. Fuzzy is ugly compared to what Fuzzums is.
Fuzzy's hideous compared to what this is. Okay, so we have the core starting up. These
Fuzzums
builds,
doesn't even know what Protoss is. I just want to throw that out there.
No. Fuzzums doesn't even know what StarCraft is.
No, not yet.
But I haven't taught Fuzzums yet how to play.
Fuzzums actually watching GSL right now.
Yeah.
Hi, Fuzzums.
Hi, Fuzzums.
I want to be Fuzzums' mommy so bad.
You want to be the mommy?
Yeah.
We have the core close to getting done here. Again, very safe route for Trust here. Stork just going with the same play as before, but Trust not going to go with any hidden tech here. By the way, that was really rough when the pylon was actually shot down. Remember we were talking about how he probably would make a second pylon?
Yeah.
But then that didn't happen, and then
He did eventually, but yeah, it took a little bit there.
Yeah.
By the way, from Trust, I'm actually not surprised that this is what he's going for. I do believe he's going for a very fast expansion here. And when you choose Catalina, I think that that's an okay choice. Now, Stork is actually going for a Twilight, which is about as good as you could hope for.
You see that probe up there?
Yeah. He's probably going to scout it.
Ooh.
You
think there's a high probability that he'll scout with that?
Yeah.
Oh, busted.
Wow. We could see like a hidden... No, he's not going to hide a pylon. There's no point. But actually what I want to see here is Stork throw up a Nexus, because this is like kind of best case scenario when you're going for this fast expansion, is that they went Twilight. Because if they go Stargate, they can, like, if you're really good with Oracles, like with the Oracle 3 gate, you can actually just kill this Nexus. But when they go Twilight, you don't really kill people with Blink anymore. It's kind of a thing of the past unless someone messes up or like you really catch them with it. And this build just doesn't really get caught because you go for a quick robo anyways. You know, you get those Immortals out very quickly. So it's a really, really great choice by Stork to just throw up the Nexus and say, screw it, I'm not going to try to break that. There's no point. Let's just play a longer game.
Okay. I would like to see this go to game number 3 here. I feel like we haven't seen Trust's potential today. I feel like if Trust is knocked out today, he's going to have a really bad feeling in like the pit of his stomach.
You think
there's
so?
a lot of stuff that went wrong for him early on today in these games.
There is, but you know what? If I'm like Trust coach, I'd be like, hey, you did a good job today. You know, this is the type of play I want to see out of someone who will in the future be a regular of Code S.
Yeah. That's like, a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Hopefully that is how he's feeling. I'm just saying.
And this group is so stacked anyways. I mean, a Legend of StarCraft 1 and Legend of StarCraft 2 and like the most consistently badass player in the world. That's, if you don't make it out of this group, well, it's not that surprising, really.
Yeah. Can't be too hard on yourself.
No, certainly not. Fuzzums wouldn't be.
No. But Fuzzums
doesn't
no
care if you're in Code S or Code A, or
No.
even, believe it or not, if you play League of Legends.
Fuzzums doesn't mind. Not a judgmental creature. So we have the Immortals coming now, and this, you know, what I'm wondering here is for these two players specifically, because it looked like Trust had pretty good late game PvP. He managed to pull it together.
Yeah, I thought he did good. He
did
well.
fine. And then you got Stork, who we already know has such a ridiculous amount of experience on stage, televised important matches.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how a late game PvP where nobody's really been able to tamper with the other player, how would that look for these two? Because PvP, when you start to get in the late game, that's when it gets pretty hard for the players to attack each other.
Yeah.
In a lot of other matchups, it's the earlier phase, but in PvP, when you get in the late game, I mean, Protoss have a terrifying defense when they get all the units they need. Between Time Warp, you know, the ability to blink, to cast force fields, the fact that Thermal Lance gives Colossus such range, you can usually be safe against an attack, especially against another Protoss. There's a defender's advantage, so it'll be cool to see what a game with these two looks like. We do see, though, there's a Robotics support bay and a Templar Archives. Well, for one player, Robotics support play, the other Templar Archives.
This is actually really cool what we're watching, because it does look like it's probably going to go late game. I think Stork is going to be going for Storm Drops.
Okay.
Like maybe start off with Immortal Harassment, because when your opponent is just going Colossus and didn't get Blink and didn't get a Stargate, Immortal Drops are like the most powerful thing that there is. And oh my god, he's actually going for a very quick Stargate here. I actually really did not expect that off of 2 bases here.
Yeah, very interesting here.
Wow, that has to be for him going into Tempest play.
Well, I suppose it wouldn't be bad to do that if you are going to go for Storm too.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing Immortal Drops and you go into Tempest play, like, you're going to keep them in their base for a very long time, and maybe pick off Stalkers, which allows the Tempest to get out better. But 2 base Tempest, if you don't have 2 Tempests when they hit you, you're in trouble.
Okay,
and
we got the Immortal Drop coming in here now.
This is really good right here by Trust. Fantastic move.
Okay, he's going to have to pick up in a second here. He can't afford to let that War Prism take too much more damage. And he will... Oh my god! Okay, he picks it up. He gets out. Nicely done.
A little bit off on his execution here. Was like a little bit indecisive, I guess, is the right word for it.
Now we have a big gateway explosion here for both parties here, as they are just powering on 2 base. So this is how PvP works nowadays, guys, is you stay on 2 base for a long time. Yeah, what's up?
Tasteless, this is... he didn't make a single Colossus. He saw it get scouted. He scouted Stargate in response.
Skips the tech.
Yeah, because it's like if you're buying Tempest and he just goes charge Archon with Immortals, you have spent so much money on Tempests that are not doing anything. This is really a smart mind game from Trust here.
I think this is something that's hard for even some of the best players in the world to do.
Yeah.
Is when they're going for a tech and it's spotted, to just not use it at all.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
He's just literally not using it at all.
Yeah, he just skips it entirely. And there might be a moment in a big engagement where his opponent's going to say, wait, what the hell? I swear to God I saw a Stargate there.
Yeah.
And then there's this different unit comp.
Now, that should have given something away to Stork, I think. The fact that he just lost that Observer like that. He has to look at this and say, okay, hold on. That was 4 Immortals. That's a lot of Immortals for right now if you're going Colossus. He is getting his charge. He's, of course, getting his 3rd Nexus a little bit slower than his opponent. And he is getting the Tempest. Like, if you have the tech, I guess you can still make them. If you're always in a really good defensive concave, they do help to make your opponent pull into you as opposed to you have to pull into him. So
very true.
That's a nice thing about Tempest, but still, I don't like them in this situation at all.
Okay, we have the...
oh!
That was so sick.
Dude, Trust is going to take this game, I think.
That was so
he should
nicely
back up.
done.
If he backs up, that's like such a good move.
Now, the 3rd base is finishing up here.
I'm not sure what that's meant to accomplish.
Yeah, I don't quite know.
Because he didn't blindside the army the second it came out. Like, when you send 4 Zealots like that, normally it's to hit the army when it comes out or to warp into the main base. But that move didn't really accomplish anything.
Seems like he might have been a bit nervous there again.
Yeah.
So far, though, the general routes here, they've just powered up on 2 bases, and then at the latest possible time, they take the 3rd. This is the way PvP is nowadays. We do have the fake Colossus out here. I do like that we're seeing more hallucinated Robotech units.
Yeah. It is really intelligent. Just kind of throw them off as to what you have.
Pretty scary army here.
Yeah.
Oh my God, is Trust just going to go up there?
Well,
Trust actually,
he can pull him out into his own concave, but actually a lot of Zealots stuck behind Archons right now. That's definitely an issue.
Gone down.
A nice set of Zealots being warped in right now. His Archon's actually still alive here, and it looks like Stork is going to be pushed back.
Yeah, nicely done here, as there's really nothing Stork can do right now. There's so many Immortals back here. They're being chased up into the third that will eventually be killed, and the Tempest not able to do anywhere near as much help.
Well, you know what? This was just some fantastic mind games that we saw here from Trust. He actually got the slightly better build order. He did the Immortal harassment, whereas Stork did no harassment whatsoever.
GG. He spotted the tech.
Yeah, I mean, that was really well done by Trust. That was fantastic.
Okay, so Trust still has a shot here.
He does.
Could Stork be the first guy to be eliminated today? It's possible.
It is.
It's that competitive now in StarCraft 2.
This kid is really, really good. He's very smart.
And after a game like that, I would definitely think you'd get your confidence back.
I think so. He's like, the Tempest, like, I understand Stork making it. I think I probably would have made it as well. It's like, well, I have the tech. One isn't that bad, but that's a lot. The thing is, he bought the Stargate, he bought the Fleet Beacon, he bought so the Tempest. That's a huge investment when the Tempest is not actually countering anything there. And then when he got the Mothership Core, that was fantastic as well. So lots of good moves out of this.
So nicely done.
Yeah.
When he zapped that. This is going to be the deciding game for who's knocked out here. Trust and Stork 1-1 if you're just now tuning in. Stork goes for King Sejong Station. He's been picking this map all day.
Ooh, I think we are actually going to see Storm drop this game. Last time I saw him play PvP on this map, he did a fantastic Storm drop build. Really devastated his opponent's economy because there's a lot of areas where you can fly in with Warp Prisms, especially at the natural. The minerals are right back to the wall, so you can come out of nowhere in like 2 seconds and just storm everything. I would love to see that. Of course, I mean, the openings are going to dictate a lot of it, but I'm just excited to maybe be able to see that once more.
Well, for these two players, this PvP is where everything